rocks up there. We had my son Jan, who he's over at the hotel right now fixing, working on some gliders. He had a glider, you know, those chuck gliders, the hand gliders, and he had one up in a thermal for about 18 minutes. It went up and it went way, way up, and then it spun about halfway down. Sometimes hang launch gliders will spin in the turbulence of these thermals, with bubbling and rolling air. And it came down to about 300 feet. We thought we might be able to get it because it hadn't drifted very far, but it had gone up almost vertically. And then it started to go up a second time. And this time it went up like an express train. It just kept going up and up and up like a big elevator. And it disappeared in the bottom of the clouds. Just disappeared forever in the cloud. You know, the clouds have a shelf, you know, where they start to cool off. That warm air cools, and that's what that cloud is actually made from, that cooling air. Warm air, the moisture. And this thing flew right up into the bottom of it and disappeared.
Yeah, Tom said I might get mine up in the clouds. And I said, the clouds are at least about 2 miles.
Well, some were like
Sometimes they can
60
be.
feet off the
Yeah,
ground.
we had some about 100 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So how are you guys doing on my Geo?
We couldn't find
We were trying to look.
Okay,
for
well
one.
listen, I don't want you to get hurt and don't waste too much time doing it. But if you come across a decent diet, geode, okay, I really would favor that.
But he
That
did
would be
find
fun.
a geode, but he couldn't bring it because it was heavy.
Ooh.
Well, it was about
Lisa Johnson,
that
call
big of a
operator.
rock
Lisa
with a
Johnson,
tiny
call
key.
operator.
No,
What do they look? What do they
It was
look
kind
like?
of cracked open.
What do they look like? Like potatoes in there?
No, they
or-
did look like
Some
little
of them were like
round.
giant balls. One got as big as his table.
Really?
Yeah, they had to crack it open with a giant sledgehammer.
How do,
There's one as big as this room.
Did
they
they
had
look-
to crack them
Really?
open and people walked inside of it.
what did it look like? Just like a regular rock? Any old rock?
No, they just look like a circle or a
They look like
Or
a
like
big
a-
ball.
oval looking
Okay.
rock. Or like
All you have to
potato,
do
like
to open them is take a big hammer.
You can just take a hammer. You can.
Yeah, but you wouldn't hit every darn rock in the stream, would you?
No.
No.
So
No.
what makes them so distinctive that you can say walk along in the stream and you can say that looks like a geode or that's a geode? Can you do that, or do you just
Well,
kind
this
of
is-
by gosh and by gee?
They're hollow, so you can just gently tap on them and you can tell
Really?
with a hammer.
Well, the inside of a geode, it forms by all sorts of minerals and crystals and all sorts of
It
stuff.
rolls around on the
Inside of a
river
rock.
bed.
And
That's
it
how
just
it gets
walks
so
around,
smooth.
and
That's how it gets so
and it
smooth
gets
on the
it's
river
stuff. It gets all the stuff from like a little piece on it, and then it starts getting all over inside the rock, and then soon you've got crystal all encrusted on the rock, and then when you crack it up, and you find them.
Well, what does anybody know how they become started? Do you get a crystal and the crystal is coughed up like say like a volcano or something, and
Yeah.
it hits in the stream and then it rolls around and gets around, or does it form the crystal inside the rock?
It looks
and-
more of a circle.
Like
Yeah.
sand.
It's
turning
sometimes
into
they
tiny.
can be exact
sand.
thing.
I've seen them. I know what they look like inside. A very dear friend of mine gave me one once, and I treasured it. But my question to you guys is, because I'm puzzled, you know, I've spent a lot of time in streams fishing for trout and things like that, and knocking around in the water, and you can generally see in most streams the bottom and rocks and things.
Well, we do have one.
No,
thing with
listen,
laser.
my
Hey, look,
question.
we're being
Listen, my
watched
question.
right now.
My question is this: how do you know what to look for, or what do you look for to find a geo? Are they distinctive, or are they just like any old rock?
They're like easy to find because sometimes they can get about this big. I had a friend of mine
But there's lots of rocks that
help me
big.
carry it home. I know,
Well, what makes it so?
but they're very smooth
They're smooth.
And sometimes
Okay.
they
because they were in
sometimes
the
they're
big
rough.
stream, but sometimes the stream drains, so they're not sure.
Oh, you know what? Maybe this is because they're hollow, right?
I think I know.
They
what
don't
it's
have
for.
so much weight, and they would probably move more than a regular rock. And that's why they get rounded and polished.
We have one that was specially laser cut, and it looks like it came out of a volcano because it looks like molten lava dried out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has purple inside of it, and then those spikes inside, which are
Right,
those
right,
crystals.
right. The one this lady gave to me was polished on the edge after it had been opened, and it had a very like diamond crystals inside. It was really very pretty. It had like a dark blue rim around the outside of it.
Oh, and Zach wanted to give you a special laser cut one into a sheet, but we couldn't find it. 'Cause
Well, you
they
guys- I don't
Abby
want
and
you-
Riley took it.
I don't want you to spend any money on that thing, but if you run across
No,
one in
it
the
came for about 35 cents.
really, you can
It
cut it with a
comes out.
laser for 35 cents.
No, it was cut at
It's a
a
place
place,
called
and
Top.
then they put it in a store,
Oh.
and you buy it, and we buy them for
Now,
35
I don't want
cents.
one you buy. I want one you guys find because I kind of treasure that because you know it's your effort. You know. So how you all doing in school and things?
Oh, we haven't started school.
Oh,
We did our test.
We did our test.
Okay.